welcome to another episode of MNPR Soundcheck. We are here with the boys from Preacher Stone from America, Ben, Darrell. How you doing, boys?
Doing great.
We're having a blast.
How is the tour going?
It's been awesome so far. It's been very receptive. Everybody's been great.
Yeah, how many dates you're doing? How many dates?
11 dates.
I think it was like 11 or 12 in 12 or 13 days with only one day off, which I don't mind.
Cool, so we're here in Bristol and we're gonna talk about gear.
I hate doing that. I hate talking about gear.
Do you like talking about gear?
I love gear, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Darrell, let's talk about this baby. Like
All right.
this SG.
Okay.
What are you playing for us?
Well, this is an SG Custom. I have no idea what year it is. I just got it in November. If you can tell me, I'd appreciate it. But it's serial number 9001.
Oh.
I don't know. It's pretty new though. It didn't have a scratch on until I came. Look what you people did to my guitar. I'm just kidding. I haven't had it very long, but I love it. So yeah.
It's so
bone stock. I just resoldered. I moved my controls around because I always put my volume knob here and move the jack to this position. Everything else is all stock, original 500K pots and all that. So nothing fancy.
How about it? These are fancy.
I did do that. I did do the locking. What brand is that? Ben, you got your glasses on.
Oh gosh.
Well, yeah, but I can't read close with these.
It's
Hip shots.
Hip shot, locking tuners.
yeah. And stock pickups.
Yeah, everything else other than that. That's the only thing I changed.
Oh, nice. And how about the strings?
I use a custom set from GHS Boomers. It's a 9.5 to 44.
Okay. So you guys tune
Half
standard?
step down.
Half step down.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
And we do have a lot
yeah.
of drop D, half step down as well. So.
Okay. Nice. And Ben, how about this Les Paul?
Oh, I've been waiting to introduce you to Goldilocks all night. So this is Goldilocks. This is a 2023 Gibson VOS 60. So it has the 60s profile on the neck.
Yep.
I haven't done anything to it except for take the pick guard off of it. This has become, from the day that I got it, it's become my number one. It's just, it doesn't matter what the situation is, the guitar just always delivers.
Just sounds good.
And it makes me feel like I'm at home. This is my comfort zone right here, right?
Yep.
As far as the strings, I play 11s.
11s.
It's just something about when you hit a chord, it feels like it just rattles the wood a little bit more than a lighter gauge.
Yes.
And it just makes me feel like I'm doing something. Yeah. But yeah, that's the story on Goldilocks.
And the wrap around, like just.
So the tail wrap.
Yeah.
I was told by Billy Gibbons that's just how you did it.
You don't need to say anything.
That's
else.
it.
Like,
I do mine too.
If Billy Gibbons said that, how do you feel that? Like, I use this as well.
So for me, it just feels like it helps a note resonate through the wood a little better. It has more contact on this tailpiece that's obviously bolted into the body. So it just makes it feel like when I strike a note, it's just a little bit more expressive.
Feels a little slinkier too.
Yeah.
Yes, that's like playing 11s. That probably helps as well because it gets a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know scientifically why it makes sense. I just know I like doing it.
Yeah. And if Billy Gibbons said
Billy
that,
Gibbons says it, then yeah, man.
And
It doesn't matter what.
it doesn't matter what I like it, just do it.
And when I take my guitars to my buddy Chase back in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he sets them up, he knows how I like it, and so
Cool. Like, and we were talking about before, like you were using like a smaller set equipment, pedals and amps than what you use in America. Tell me how about like you translate your sound when you're going for like in tour in America and you have everything available through traveling to Europe or other place.
Well, so for this particular tour,
and we can talk about the pedals as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna plug one of the best amp manufacturers that's available today. So on this particular tour, just because of space and ease of flying with gear, we're running the Black Star Amped 2s. They do have some models that have come out post that, and I think they have a 3, maybe a 4 now.
Okay.
But this has a tuner built into it, has a delay, has some modulation, access there, and a boost channel.
Okay.
And so basically, what it allows me to do is to wipe my pedal board, put that on there, and then I have everything I would have at home.
Okay.
Which
would be?
The Black Star Venue 3s, 100-watt heads. I run 2 of them, and then split the 412 cabinets. So 1 amp goes into 2 12s, or 2 of the 12s, and another goes into the other 2. So it's a true stereo signal.
So you're running both at the same time. It's not a spare one.
Yeah, everything's linked up, and it's funny. Jim, the bass player, says, "Oh, well, why don't you just bring another 412 cabinet?" Well, that's just one more thing to have to load in, right? So
we have them. We just don't take them to every show.
Yeah, we've got plenty of Black Star cabinets. Yeah. But with how they have this particular rig set up for me, I'm able to split that cabinet down the middle, and I get basically two separate 212 cabinets that are all powered by 2 separate amplifiers.
Okay.
I obviously, if I'm at home, I'm not going to have this handy dandy little deal, and anything that's on my pedal board would be my wireless receiver.
Yes, you're using
my tuner, my TC Electronics tuner.
Lovely.
I run a Keeley compressor.
Okay.
For any kind of clean tones.
Okay.
And then an exotic wah. Man, that's pretty much it. It's nice and simple.
Nice. And I see you, Darrell, you got some pedals here.
Yeah, as far as amps, I use the same thing he does back home, but I also I use a lot of Friedman amps. I use the Runt, also use the JJ Junior. I like that a lot. I've got Marshalls, but again, we use the Black Star. Same setup he's got.
Same setup, yeah.
Back home, I have a bigger version of this pedal board. Few different things, but for this run, I'm using the Eventide H9. Only use that for delay. That's it, and a boost. And pretty much, I just use a mini wah, which is the what brand is that? I think that's the
Dunlop.
That's a Dunlop.
Crybaby, yeah.
Yeah, the Dunlop
Dunlop
Crybaby wah. I don't use this at all. I haven't used it at all. I just brought it just in case. It's the Zen
Drive.
The Zen, yeah.
Yes.
It's a great pedal. I just haven't used it. Yeah, absolutely.
Robin
I've got
Ford,
a Klon.
That's right. No,
that's right.
it's the other Ford.
Yeah, Robin Ford. Yeah, I've got a Klon back home. One of the KTRs. I use that for drive sometimes.
Yeah.
I slimmed it down to just consolidate the wireless and the tuner in one usually. Yeah, usually I have the little Polytune on my other board, and I have one of these gates on each of my boards. The can you see that? What? The G3, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a great gate. It does a really good job. So if you got the 60 cycle or anything like that, it takes it right out. So it does a great job. Just a mini chorus, and then the blue Hydra.
Tremolo.
The blue Hydra's reverb and tremolo. So I just consolidated.
That's a killer pedal, yeah.
It is. I bought it just before I came here to consolidate because I did. Less is more, or Zingbe says more is more, but right.
For the guitars, like the more is more.
Yeah.
More is more. Cool. And how do you work on your parts when you're recording and when live? Like usually, how do you? As
far as writing in general, or harmonies, I record. I have my phone and I've got a Zoom mic. I'll wake up at 2:00 in the morning and throw something down. If I hear something, I'll wake up and my phone is full of riffs. I'll send them off to Ronnie and Jim and the rest of the band, and then we'll bring them into the room and put them together, and I call it stone horizon, and Ben pretty much does the same from what
this is people are going to ultimately get tired of hearing me say this, but being in this band, it's such an organic thing. Darrell comes with a riff, and it materializes itself into a great song, in our opinions, right? And I'll come up with a riff, and then it materializes itself, and it's just there's really no rhyme or reason to how it happens. It just like I said, that word organic, it just happens. But the same thing like Darrell. You get up in the middle of the night and I'll tell Leah, hey, I'll be back in a minute. And then I'll pull an acoustic guitar out and I'll go record a quick riff, and then I'll go back to bed. Right? It's just like I said, there's really no structure to it. it just kind of happens. And honestly, on this tour, we've probably written 2 records worth of songs just on ideas, or Ronnie having a lyrical idea or whatever. And I think for me, that's what keeps it fun. You know, but,
I'll hear in my head what I think he should play on a song that I wrote or riffs that I wrote, but he plays something totally different. I'm like, that's killer.
Okay.
You know, do that. And then, you know, Wyatt does his thing, Bolt does his thing, and of course Ronnie just
put all together.
And Ronnie will be like, well, let's do 2 of those and 3 of those and move this over here, and it's like, killer. So the song that in my head is not the song that comes out. And, you know, and I think I've only been in the band for a year, but that's been my experience. So it's been, like Ben said, very organic.
Yeah. How was it stepping in like in a band that was established for a long time and then pick it up?
I'm scared. I got a safe word. No, it's been. I knew these guys for quite a while before I joined. It felt to me natural. I mean, because I already knew them. I knew how crazy they were, and you know, they're great musicians, good guys. We can, you know, we're kindred spirits. So,
yes.
Yeah. We were friends long before we were ever in a band together.
Yeah.
This is very important.
So that made the transition of bringing Darrell in. That made it like, well, organic.
Okay.
You know, because his band and our band, we had shared a lot of bills together. We had played a lot of the same festivals, and so like I said, we were already buddies. We were already friends. So it was just like, well, now we all get to play at the same time. You know, not one of us isn't going on before the other.
I used to let them close for me all the time.
Lovely, guys. Thank you so much for having us here. We're looking forward to see you guys playing.
Thank you so much.
Later. Can you play a little bit us out? So usually when we have one guy being interviewed, like he plays something.
You wanna play some
so if you want to
harmonies,
play together,
Sure.
that would be cool.
Do some harmonies?
Yes, go for it.
You want to hit whiskey?
Let's do some little whiskey.